Welcome back to American Agenda. Elon Musk is now wading into the argument over diversity, equity, and inclusion. Musk sending out this X post saying DEI must die. The point was to end discrimination, not replace it with different discrimination. Musk's comments come after a week of controversy at our nation's college campuses, with some saying DEI is the only reason Harvard president Claudine Gay still has a job. This after not condoning the anti-Semitic actions of her, or rather of condoning the anti-Semitic actions of her students while testifying on Capitol Hill. Joining us now to discuss is someone who has challenged Harvard University for discrimination against Asian Americans, the president of Color Us United and author of An Inconvenient Minority, Kenny Xu, and CUNY CUNY law professor Jeffrey Lax. All right, gentlemen, great to have you with us here. Kenny, I am a Harvard alumnus as well. I think what Claudine Gay is doing is ridiculous, as do many of my classmates, former and current. What do you make of the fact that Claudine Gay still has a job at the university? Do you believe that DEI is the only reason she got the job and is keeping her job?
Was affirmative action the main reason why Claudine Gay got the job? Absolutely. You know, she was not a very well-respected scholar when she first came up, and judging by her congressional testimony, she doesn't deserve to be. Unfortunately, Harvard and the likes of the Ivy Leagues are just flat out obsessed with admitting people because of their race and gender. As the Harvard discrimination case showed, they would admit black students with SAT scores up to 270 points lower than the average white or Asian person. And that's what I fought with the Harvard case. That's why we won this year. And that's why, by the way, I'm running for Congress in North Carolina's 13th district to stop DEI from continuing to infect the federal government in our culture.
Good for you. Hey, Jeffrey, so in Oklahoma, Governor Kevin Stitt recently signed an executive order requiring all state agencies and universities to stop funding DEI programs altogether. They actually went a little further. In Wisconsin, the Board of Regents cut back diversity initiatives in exchange for state funding. There was a big thing with the legislature against the governor. And one of the things that they made sure happened, the Republicans, is don't only cut it out, but you got to put conservatives in, which is really an interesting step, and I think it's in the right direction. What about you?
Hey, imagine they start putting conservatives on college campuses. That would be quite something.
Talk about diversity.
You know, first of all, I congratulate my panel mate on that huge victory. That was a tremendous step in the right direction and a great moment. You know, the DEI effort, we all know, is the opposite of what it claims to be. It's divide, exclude, and isolate. It's to cause division between the classes. It's critical theory. It's a form of Marxism. It's really just a means to an end to Marxism. I think it's very interesting and promising what happened in Wisconsin. Of course, that would never happen in the so many supermajority Democratic states like New York and like you have in California, which is unfortunate. But I think it's a really good trend that states that have a more moderate or balanced legislature, that the Republicans push to get deals like this on the books, because I think deep down, even Democrats, at least most Democrats, understand that DEI is not really accomplishing what the American dream was. Remember, Martin Luther King said it himself, that he wished that his 4 children one day would never be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. So I think he'd be turning over in his grave to see what this has become.
Kenny, we'll go from Harvard across the river to Boston. I do want to get your take on the situation about the mayor. She held the party called an Electeds of Color holiday party that she was lambasted for. She's been doing it for a long time, didn't apologize for it. You recently posted this on X saying, brainwashed Asian lefties know no bounds. Congress deserves a better example of Asian representation than this woman. Conversation started, to be sure. Go ahead.
And that's why I'm running for Congress, because I believe that I am better Asian representation, better American representation than Michelle Wu. If you go to my website at KennyXuforCongress.com, KennyXUforCongress.com, you'll find that I am the leader in taking out DEI and and judging people on the basis of merit. That's what I want in society. Unfortunately, if you go to these left-wing Asian Americans, many of whom are brainwashed by these universities, remember, Michelle Wu went to Harvard. She was studied under Elizabeth Warren. She came in as a progressive. They are hyper-focused on race, and they think that the only thing that these people need is more racial reparations. No, what a lot of people and a lot of cultures that are struggling right now need is a good kick in the pants. They need to get educated. They need to learn how to combine hard work and study habits, just like many Asian Americans are doing today. That's why I will never stop advocating for Asian American excellence, because it is an American principle.